What's the worst thing about running through a cornfield?
I don't know.
Everything comes up corny.
And that is the first joke of the dad jokes as we continue. Dad jokes. I'm Randy.
And I'm Shua.
Let's go ahead and get to it. Who invented the round table?
No idea.
Circumference. Circumference.
What did the fish say when it ran into the wall? Damn.
Speaking of fish, what do you call a fish with no eyes? Fish. Fish. No eyes.
What do you call the fish that ran into the wall? Dumb bass.
See that too? I see what you did there. What does a cannibal do after dumping his girlfriend? Wipes his butt.
Oh, man. How do you confuse a blonde?
How?
Stick her in a round room, tell her to pee in the corner. How does she confuse you?
How?
Comes out and says she's done.
So you have, speaking of blondes, you have a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead all sitting in the OBGYN's office. And the redhead's super excited. She's like, I was on bottom, so I'm going to have a boy. And the brunette says, I was on top, so I'm going to have a girl. And blonde starts crying. The other girls are like, what's wrong, sweetheart? She's like, I'm having puppies. Puppies.
How can you tell if a blonde's been on your computer?
Oh.
There's white out on the screen, the joystick's in the seat.
What's the difference between a blonde and the Titanic? We know how many men went down on the Titanic.
How does a blonde turn on the light after having sex?
How?
Opens the car door.
3 nuns are sitting in a park, and a man comes by and exposes himself. 2 of them had a stroke. What about the third? Well, she tried, but she couldn't reach.
Why do altar boys always have that part right down the middle of their head in their hair?
Okay.
Because the fathers go, yes, my son.
What sound does a baby make in a microwave? I don't know either. I was too busy masturbating. Too far?
How do you empty out a truck full of dead babies?
How?
The pitchfork.
What does an elephant use for a tampon? A sheep. I had to get away from the baby jokes real fast. Gonna go to hell.
Guy walks into a bar, sees a mule over in the corner. Sign says, make the mule laugh, get $500. So asks the bartender, says, hey, is that legit? Bartender says, yeah. Guy walks over, whispers in the donkey's ear. Donkey just starts laughing and laughing and laughing. Comes up, collects his $500, takes off. Comes back the next day, now there's a sign that says, make the donkey cry, $500. Guy asks the bartender again, says, hey, is that legit? He goes, yeah, sure enough. Takes the donkey out back, comes back, donkey's bawling and crying and whatever else. Walks up to the bartender, gives $500. He goes, all right, I gotta ask, how did you do that yesterday and today? He goes, well, to make it laugh, I told him my dick was bigger than his. Today, I showed him.
It's a good payoff for a long setup. What do
Normally
you call a black man flying a plane?
pilot.
Yeah. Pilot, you racist. Yeah, okay. Go ahead, since you stole a punchline.
Sorry, yeah, I'm sorry. So there's a black guy, a Mexican, and a white guy, or white kid, all on a plane. And the pilot comes over and says, hey, we're gonna have to start ditching stuff. All the luggage is gonna have to go, everything, because we're starting to go down. We need to weigh this off. You know, we've already got rid of everything, so now we need to have people start jumping off. We only have X number of parachutes. So he goes, all right, we'll go alphabetically to make it fair. He goes, A, African Americans. Everybody kind of looks around, the little black boy looks up at his dad and he's like, nobody got up. He goes, all right, B, black people. Little boy looks up again. Little black boy looks up at his dad, nothing. All right, C, coloreds. Little boy looks up and goes, Daddy, those are all us. And Dad goes, no son, today we're